Welcome to our channel. In the previous sessions, we have discussed about the chemical bonding, ionic bonding, covalent bonding, and other concept of the chemical bondings. Today class, we are going to discuss about some important MCQ. There is a multiple choice questions on chemical bonding. The first question is, which of the covalent bond between same atoms is the longest? The four options are option A single bond, option B double bond, option C triple bond, option D all are same length. So actually we see, for example, you take carbon carbon single bond, carbon carbon double bond, carbon carbon triple bond. The longest bond is a weakest bond. So among the triple bond, double bond and single bond is the weakest. That's why the single bond will be the longest bond. So the option A is correct. The question number 2 is, given the electronegativities below, which covalent single bond is most polar? The element hydrogen, the electronegativity is 2.1. For carbon, it is 2.5. For nitrogen, it is 3.0. For oxygen, it is 3.5. The four options are ON bond, A ON bond, B OH bond, C NH bond, D OC bond. So among these four options, which one will have a most polar bond? So there is a question. So now actually the polarity will be defined as the difference between the electronegativities. If the electronegativity difference is higher, then polarity will be higher. If the electronegativity is smaller, then polarity will be smaller. So by this way we can see that the first option ON, O and N, it's only the 0.5. For nitrogen it is a 3.0, for oxygen it is a 3.5, the difference is only 0.5. For OH it is a O 3.5 and for H 2.1, so the difference is 1.4. So I think that it is a bigger difference between the two atoms. And the third one, nitrogen and hydrogen, it is also 3.0 and 2.1 is only 0.9. And oxygen and carbon, and it is only 1. So now the option B is correct, because between O and hydrogen, it's the difference, the electronegativity difference is 1.4. So the option B is correct. So OH is having the most polar covalent bond. Then the next question number 3, which of the following single bonds is the least polar? So the question is, which is the least polar among four options? The first one is HF, hydrogen fluoride, and the second one is the bond between iodine and fluorine. The third option C is fluorine and oxygen, and the fourth option D, hydrogen and oxygen. So actually the electronegativity difference is higher, the polarity will be higher, but the question is the least polar. So actually the question, the option A, actually is hydrogen is somewhat electropositive in character and fluorine is electronegative. Is a big difference between them. And then option B, iodine and fluorine. So iodine and fluorine is actually is down the periodic table. Both are electronegative atoms, but the difference is somewhat bigger because of the iodine is placed somewhat very down to the periodic table. So this may be the wrong answer. And option C, fluorine and oxygen is very near to each other, so the electronegativity both are, the electron difference is very smaller, and almost both are having the almost same value of electronegativities. So this may be a least polar bond. So the option C is a correct option. The next question number 4, which of the following compounds has the greatest ionic character? Option A SO2, option B AlF3, option C SiO2, option D ClO2. So now you see the option A and D, they are non-metals. So sulfur and oxygen is a non-metal, chlorine and oxygen is a non-metal. So because we could not expect the ionic character between the bonds between sulfur and oxygen and chlorine and oxygen. But so we just neglect this option A and D. Now we go for the options B and C. So the B and C, aluminium, the electronegativity difference between the aluminium is 2.4. Aluminium and fluorine is 2.4. And the electronegativity difference between silicon and oxygen is 1.5. So the option B is a correct option because it is the greatest ionic character because it is a somewhat more polar. That's why the aluminum and the fluorine, the electronegativity difference is somewhat 2.5. So yeah, above the 2.5 is ionic character. So that's why 2. About 2 is ionic character. That's why AlF3 is a greatest ionic character among the 4 options. The option B is a correct one. The next question number 5. Which of the following compounds has the highest boiling point? Option A, PCl5. Option B, LiCl. Option C, HF. Option D, CH4. So actually the boiling point, because the covalent bond and the ionic bonds are having highest boiling point. So they have higher boiling point when compared with the covalent bonds. So now you see the option A, PCl5, between phosphorus and the chlorine, somewhat it is a covalent bond. And option C, HF, it is also a covalent bond, it's a polar covalent bond. And option D, CH4, it's a covalent bond. So only the lithium chloride, is option B, is a ionic compound, so it has the highest boiling point among these 4 options. So option B is a correct option because other option A, C, D are molecular compounds, whereas option B is ionic compound. So option B is a correct option. Question number 6. Which of the following molecule has a Lewis structure that does not obey the octet rule? According to the octet rule, the central atom will have a maximum of 8 electrons to complete its octet. But among these 4 options, the option A, phosphorus trifluoride, option B, carbon disulfide, option C, carbon tetrachloride, option D, nitric oxide. So among these, the nitric oxide has only 7 electrons around them. So it does not obey the octet rule, whereas others having the 8 electrons. So they obey the octet rule. So the option D does not obey the octet rule. So D is a correct option. Question number 7. Which of the following is a non-polar molecule that contains polar bonds? Option A, difluoromethane. Option B, methane. Option C, oxygen molecule. Option D, carbon dioxide. So among these 4 options, which is a non-polar molecule that contains polar? All are actually there is a non-polar molecule, but the polar bonds is only in carbon dioxide. This is option D, because the difference in electronegativity between carbon and oxygen is about 0.9. So the 2 CO bonds in CO2 are polar. However, CO2 is linear and therefore the dipole moments of each of the bonds are 180 degree related to each other, cancelling each other out and making carbon dioxide a non-polar molecule even though it has polar bonds. So the option D is a correct option. Question number 8. Which of the following molecule has maximum covalent character? The option A, tin chloride. Option B, calcium chloride. Option C, sodium hydride. Option D, sodium sulfide. So all are most probably they are showing as ionic bonds, ionic solids. But even though they are ionic, but the covalent character is described by the less ionic character will be somewhat increasing covalent character. So that's why by this concept we can put this option B, C and D they are mostly more ionic. Because the calcium and chloride, the difference, because calcium is alkaline metal and chlorine is electronegative character is a non-metal, and sodium hydride, that is also sodium is electropositive and hydrogen, even though it's electropositive, but here its hydrogen is acting as a somewhat electronegative character here, and the difference is also being higher. And sodium sulfide is also being, sodium is alkali metal and sulfur is a electronegative in the another side of the periodic table. So these 3 options B, C and D, they are most probably they are like more ionic compounds. But in the case of option A, tin chloride, the tin and chlorine, because it is a periodic table, you see that in the periodic table they are very close to each other, very adjacent to each other. That's why the electronegativity difference is somewhat very smaller here, That's why even though they are ionic, but the ionic character is very very less, so the covalent character is higher for this. So that's why this compound tin chloride is having the maximum covalent character among these four options. So the option A is the correct option. Ninth question, which of the following molecule is the least polar? Option A NO2, option B H2O, option C PH3, option D CH4. So among four options, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus are more electronegative, but only the least electronegative is a carbon. So A, B, C, all three options are polar, they are polar, but only least polar is option D, that's a CH4, that's a D is a correct option. So least polar is a methane. Then last question, question number 10. Which of the following compounds has the greatest lattice energy? Option A, ferric chloride. Option B, calcium chloride. Option C, magnesium chloride. Option D, potassium chloride. So actually the lattice energy is the minimum energy required to completely separate the ions to gaseous form in an ionic solid. The ionic compounds that contain ions with the smallest radii and largest charge will have the largest lattice energy. Ions with the smaller radii will be closer to the ions they are attracting and will thus exert a greater force on them. So they have higher lattice energy. So in this option you see the anions are same, all are chlorine, that's a chloride ions. Ferric chloride, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride and potassium chloride, all are chlorine. The anions are same, but you compare with the cations, the option A, B, C and D, only the potassium, the option D potassium, option C magnesium, option B calcium, option A iron. So the iron is having the 3 plus oxidation state. So the option A, the iron is having 3 plus oxidation state. There is a charge is 3 plus. So higher charge, as well as the cationic size is also smaller when compared with the calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus and potassium plus. So the total charge is higher among all other, and also the cationic size is also smaller. That's why the option A is the correct option. Thanks for watching. I hope this will be very useful for chemistry learners. Please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you.